Exactly. You see, Andy Pandy comes down from the north to save them all. Well, that was rescued. You see, some fat northerner, has got such pressure on their shoulders, they left that in a bin. Last year. So, oh, there it is. New Age, hippified, spiritual enlightenment. To be honest, I've never been a fan of it. I got a recording of it, audio, but it takes ages to get my audios out.
Translated Eastern philosophy and is now an online superstar half a century after he died.
Yeah.
In Alan Watts.
Jarvis, that is the actual proof that all musicians are complete and utter fucking arrogant, pea-brained. Just they're the worst people on the earth, except for Joan Baez, the Roaches. Yeah, because actually the grown-ups in the room noticed that people, particularly Sam Harris, was beginning to pimp out Mr. Alcoholic, because that's what he was. His own spiritual fucking new age hippified enlightenment couldn't even stop his own alcoholism. And then he comes up with these really clever kind of, towards the end of his life, like really kind of the ultimate nihilistic reasoning as to why it doesn't matter that he's dying of alcoholism. But the real thing in that, as I say, is like, yeah, Jarvis. As grown-ups have noticed that Mr. Watts is being pimped out by the top elite supposed intellectuals like Sam Harris and various other people like that. I think Sam Harris actually kind of bought the archive. I may be wrong with that, but they've all been like, oh my God, we've just rediscovered this total god who all Mr. fucking Alcoholic ever wanted to do, and the whole of this area is exactly the same. Is like with his posh voice, and I'm sure he had just the right kind of slightly spiritual. He's probably got one of those hats that are kind of fezzy things, and that's what I don't even know what the word is, but that's the honeypot to the posh tarts of Notting Hill and South Kensington, who were junkies at the age of 9 and were having all sorts. They were probably on the game by the age of 11, just as a work of performance, spiritual performance art. So they've done all of that. May as well find myself a real fucked up boyfriend. Oh yeah, one of those ones that calls themselves some spiritual enlightened fucking. That's all this is. How to live, and it's like, and you see them when they get to their 40s and 50s. They don't get done for being coercive gurus who steal everybody's money. No, it's like they then reach this point of like, well, I even had the most amazing. I mean, they all want to look like what's her face? Nigella Lawson. Yeah. I mean, they all want to. No, actually, they all want to look like Marianne Faithfull, or some of them go the Marianne Faithfull route, or some of them go the Nigella Lawson route. It's kind of, the women get to look like that. They have their silly-hatted chappies, who of course have got some kind of worldwide, or at least they've got a bit of traction in Greek, and then you see them, they've sort of reached this sort of point, age 40, 45, 50, where they just literally are nothing. They have no joy in them, no art, nothing. And it's like, oh well, we negotiated to the point where we got to, and what's her face, Nigella occasionally will come and stay with me for the weekend, and then we'll go. It's just so. I only feel sorry for them, but the idea that because this is ruined environmentalism. The idea that this kind of it's just all my favourite word, and I've had the word acedia in my life for nearly 30 years. I called my first bookshop. I didn't want to be in England. I got kind of stuck here. So I had a little bookshoppy thingamajig, just as kind of desperation to just earn a little bit of money. And I called it acedia, of great spiritual sloth, because there are no thinkers in Britain. So I'm no fucking. I've always been exactly the same kind of. You challenge. Who are they talking about? Oh my god. No.
Very interesting.
No.
So, to get on with the story of Christabel, just before their wedding in October 19...
Anyway, the end.